says the Lord. Growing and living in a natural state. Watch this. God says, I want you to understand that I'm going to use you from the place that you are right now. Somebody needs to get excited about that because you think you got to do something to do what God has called you to do. Well, in a few years, I'll be able to serve God. No, you can do it right now. Because God says, I want you to stay wild. I don't want you to allow the process to domesticate you. The process was caused to give you discernment, not to domesticate you. God says, I don't want you walking in domestication. I want you walking in dominion. I want you to run things. I want you to run the earth. I want you to handle the earth the way I handle heaven. I want you to speak, and whatever you speak happens, because that's the kind of authority you have, because you're growing wild. But let me tell you something. The reason why people are intimidated by you, why they're uncomfortable around you, is because it's one thing when you can grow in your garden. It's another when the anointing that you have can grow in any garden. Praise break on the right side, left side, middle section. Praise break. See, people are intimidated by people who have more than one gift. You ever seen somebody just walk in your calling, walk in your gift? They want you to have one gift because they don't want you to have more than one gift. Because if you have gifts, it makes them more insecure because they haven't tapped into their God-given authority and ability. Let me tell you something. I got more than one gift. Don't be mad at me because I use them all. What is he? Is he a comedian? What is he, a preacher? Does he prophesy? Does he sing? Does he direct movies? What does he do? Does he do records? What is he, a husband? Is he a father? Is he a pastor? Is he a son? What does he do? I'm all that, and I got more coming. Holler at your boy. You can't domesticate me. Any place that he plants me, I'm gonna grow. Because I didn't make me, he made me. You got a problem with what he made, then you need to talk to him. Because no matter what soil he plants me in, I'm gonna flourish because I'm planted in the house of the Lord. From your seat, praise break. See, the Bible says that Jesus learned obedience by the things that he suffered. I want you to know that the pain was training you. I know I'm going to hear this from you when I start working out with you, that the pain is actually for my benefit. The pain is the training. It's training your muscles. The pain is stretching you. For those like me who have cried at night, nobody saw it. Those tears were training you. For those who have made decisions that didn't work out, and you said, God, why? And didn't hear an answer, that was training you. For those of us who have blown it and messed up and wish we could get it back, but we can't, I want you to know it was God training you. I want you to know that the pain was training for reigning. You were in training to reign. Not R-A-I-N, but R-E-I-G-N. You're in training for reigning. I learned that from Pastor John Stevenson in Cincinnati. You're in training for reigning, and you cannot reign without some pain. And when that pain hits, what it shows you is that no matter how much it hurts, you're still alive. You still love God. You still throwing your hands up. You still come to church. And that's what's confusing to the devil. Everything we try, and they keep lifting their hands. Well, up the attack. All it does is make me worship harder. Every time hell messes with me, I just run to God. Everything the devil tries to do just gets me closer to God. Everything he does is backfiring. Praise, praise. The other thing about church in the wild is people want to take credit for what you become. But there's no father to your style. Amen. I'm talking to the weird ones. The ones who have their own style, their own swag, their own vibe. Your mother's like, why are you wearing that? For goodness sakes. What are you doing? What do you mean? What are hot pants? I don't understand. What is that? What are red bottoms? I don't understand. What is that? You know, you have your own style, your own flow. You have your own view on life, your own way of thinking about things. God is saying, I want you to stay wild. I don't want you to become domesticated. I want you to keep that edge. I want you to keep that swag. Why? Because I'm the one training you. I don't want anybody else to take credit because they don't want to tame you. They don't want to train you. They want to tame you.
Come on. Thank you.
You can train me, but you can't tame me.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't mind submitting to authority. Train me, but you can't tame me.
Yeah.
You're not going to make me less than who God wants me to be. Train me. Let me learn. Teach, but you're not going to tame me. You're not going to mold. You can't mold what's already been molded. You can't fix what's already been through the fire. God is the one that's taking credit for making me. You can train me. I can get some lessons from you, but you're not going to be able to take credit for what God is doing in my life. God's looking for some wild animals. You know, they tell you don't mess with wild animals. Don't mess around. Don't feed the wild animals because they look domestic. But depending on the circumstance, they just snap off. See, I want you to know God is using you as a secret weapon.
Amen.
See, the devil doesn't really know what to do with you. He's not sure, do they love God? Do they really want to go to the club? Because like they party in the club, but then they still worshiping in the church. I'm not sure which way they want to go. And so I'm not sure what I can do. If I reach out, they might snap my fingers off because they might recognize that I'm not here to help them. I'm here to hurt them. See, the enemy doesn't know what to do because you're wild. You're untrained. You're untamed. Yeah, I love the music. I love the rap. I love Breezy and Weezy and Skeezy and Treasy and all of that. I love it. But then I also love Israel and I love the worship team. And I'm not sure because I'm young and people judge me, but I'm in the middle of this thing. I'm processing it all. But one day I'm going to wake up and realize that was cool, but that ain't going to get me to where I'm trying to go. And that's why the enemy doesn't know what to do. Because if he reaches out at the wrong moment, you're going to bite his daggone hand off. Because that's what wild animals do. I want you to know you're about to walk in a level of supernatural authority that you don't even know. You didn't even know you had it on the inside of you. It's just going to click because the enemy's going to mess with you at the wrong time. And you're going to run rampant through the enemy's camp, snatching souls from the flames, snatching souls from the fire. I'm not talking to any wild boys and girls in the church. See, church in the wild is the difference between mono and stereo. See, mono is one channel. Stereo surround means you're surrounded. I want you to know you're surrounded by people who understand. Don't get domesticated. Amen. You were not designed to be regular. Amen. You were not designed to be average. You got tattoos, stop covering them up. What they gonna do, judge you for it? That was 5 years ago. Right. You're a different person now. You a new creature. Stop being ashamed of that. That's just a shame. That's not good gospel preaching. Yes, it is, because the gospel is about saving your soul and sanctifying your personality. It's not going to change what is in the past. He frees you from the sin of death and the penalty. You are still who you are. He saves your soul. He sanctifies your personality.
Amen. Amen.
God doesn't want you to change to the point that people don't recognize the original essence of who you are. He wants you to change to the point that people want to be like you.
Amen.
But that doesn't happen unless you get a touch from the Lord. Yeah. See, when you're in church in a while, you never know what can happen. Say, you never know. Say, you never know.
You never know.
That's what I'm saying. Because there's this song, and my brother sings. He's Cole, and he's one of the top singers in this country. And he's from this area. His name is Brian Courtney Wilson. And he's unbelievable. And he had this song called All I Need. And that's where people really are like, you know what? I just need a touch from the Lord. I don't need church as usual. I don't need a whole bunch of judgmental people. I don't want a whole bunch of pastors looking down on me. I just need a touch from the Lord. It would be crazy if you started singing that song right now. That would be bananas if you just started singing that song right now. If you just got up in the middle of church, in church in the wild, and just started singing, and they handed him a mic right there like that, and the track started playing. And y'all stood up and started worshiping.
No one else can do the things you do. Take the wrong in my life, forgive me. All I need, Lord Jesus, is a touch from you. from my master and king. All I need is a touch from you. If you believe that's all you need tonight, and that Jesus won't pass you by, just put your hand in the air like this. Lord, I'm standing in the need of prayer, and when I call, Lord, I know you're there. Reach your hand down from heaven and pull me through, because all I need is a single touch, a touch from the Master. Oh God, all I've ever needed is a touch from you. If you touch me,